Rarely do you see the baseball world united on any one topic. This makes sense, right? Whether it's the Dodgers gathering players like Pokemon this offseason, MVP votes of years past, or even whether or not an obvious Hall of Famer should be unanimous. There's always been variation in opinion anywhere people talk about MLB, with perhaps the most vivacious and varied of these communities being Twitter. But it was in recent days that it seems the vast majority of MLB Twitter became united on one common thing, that Trevor Bauer's ego has gotten a little bit out of control. After Dan Clark made this post on Twitter a couple days back, which already, let's just say, is a little contentious in terms of its legitimacy, Trevor Bauer decided to chime in, making 2 straight tweets that got a combined 4 million views. The thing is, neither one of these was all that different from stuff he said in the past, so it didn't really get a lot of pushback in the way another player might if they said similar things. But it was then he would respond to a comment right after this that simply inquired if he believed he could still get major league hitters out. His response? That there were only about 20 hitters on the planet that were, quote, true competition for him, and that he'd steamroll the rest of them. 20 million views, only 1.4k likes, and 825 comments. Obviously, for anybody who knows Twitter, those ratios don't look good, but it's when we start looking into a few of these replies that we see some pretty humbling evidence to the contrary. I'm going to give the best overall thread reply to this to an account called Griff, or JRAM2TBJ, who proceeded to list off 6 MLB hitters with an under 80 career OPS plus who all took Bauer deep, as well as including a video of retired 600 OPSer Alexei Amarista taking him deep in the Mexican League twice in one game. A couple other notable reactions came from the likes of Hall of Famer Chipper Jones, who first responded with, "The comedic aspect of this app is what I'm here for," which was not only a hilarious response to what he obviously deemed as a ridiculous statement, but also served as an out-and-out ratio of Bauer's original tweet, as this post got 21,000 likes. He then responded to Yankee World, who's also an awesome Twitter account I've followed for a while, who originally pointed out the Amarista thing, with a reply that said, "1 down, 19 to go." Honestly, to me, it became insane to see the absolute breadth of people who united in their collective pointing and laughing at this ridiculous statement, as pointed out here by Daniel Fox, on a tweet that itself got almost 10 times as many likes as Bauer's did on his original tweet on the subject. But it was a tweet from No More Fielders, who actually has a really awesome YouTube channel you should check out as well, who probably most accurately summed up the outright numerical delusion of this statement with a post that listed 39 hitters with over 10 plate appearances and 1,000 career OPS versus Bauer, 14 of which are still active. For my 2 cents, I'm not sure whether or not Bauer could be a productive pitcher at the big league level at this point. I mean, he hasn't pitched in MLB in almost half a decade, and while you can have whatever opinion you want on the reasons behind this, the facts still remain. A 34-year-old pitcher with a career 3.79 ERA, 1.16 ERA+, and only 1 full season with an ERA under 3 probably wasn't the best person to claim that only 20, that's right, 20 hitters would even be worthy competition for him, especially considering there was literally a pitcher, as pointed out here by @HalToHell, which is a pretty funny username by the way, who literally was drafted in the 28th round and hasn't pitched in affiliated baseball since 2021, yet still had a better ERA than Bauer did. I don't mean to insult Zach Grotz here, but I do have to ask the question, do you think Grotz would claim that there were only 20 hitters in the world that would actually give him worthy competition? I don't think so.